Keescrawford is the prime example of the token gay boy. He was using his homegirls for proximity to straightness, and when he couldn't get the inclusion that he was looking for, or when it no longer benefited him, he discarded of them because he was never really their genuine friend to begin with. You gotta watch a bitch that can't keep no friends. Behind all of that activism and, oh, I'm just choosing me and I feel uncomfortable, what it really gave was a guilty conscience. How you come out here and you talk about you an activist for your community, come to find out you were perpetuating the same narratives that you was just allegedly fighting for, by way of telling your homegirl's business and perpetuating DL allegations.
Nijhea has posted the video where she clears her name and also brings the receipts on the conversation that was had before the video was posted of Kees saying that his friends are just saying the F-Slur and how he was gonna like reconsider the friendship when basically he just wanted to end the friendship in general.
Welcome back to my channel, guys. We are diving deep into the friendship fallout that's been blowing up on TikTok, the drama between Keescrawford, Nijhea and Rykky. We're talking accusations, financial strain and some questionable behaviour. Buckle up, guys, because this is a messy one. It's your girl Alex. For the people who aren't familiar, let's do a quick rundown. Rykky is famous for her story times and comedic TikToks and YouTube. Nijhea built a following on relatable and comedic content, and Keescrawford is known for his story times and satire videos. They seemingly was a solid friendship group, collaborating and appearing in each other's videos until things went sideways. The initial bomb dropped when Kees posted a video airing out some grievances, and this escalated things from there. Let's break down the key accusation.
And with the platform that I have, I do want to come on here and I want to take some accountability because it's crystal clear that I did cross some of your boundaries too. I'm not denying that. It wasn't intentionally, but the impact does not always match the intent. So I apologize. Those times in the friendship where I had joked around about people being down low or people being low-key gay, I can see that that actually hurt your feeling. And it clearly started to bother you. You started to build resentment for us, but you never said anything. And that's why things are the way that they are now. But just like how you had your boundaries and you didn't say anything, I did the same exact thing when you would call me all types of ghetto black bitches as a joke. You're such a black bitch. You're such a black bitch, Nijhea. Like, oh my God, like, you're so ghetto, Nijhea.
You what? Oh my God, like, this is what I was saying.
What?
That if I was to fuck with somebody, I would really have to care and really see something with them if they had, like, if they were, like, similar personalities to y'all. Because, oh my God, y'all are such strong-headed black women. I love that. We need more of y'all. But now, it's starting to make sense why these black men be taking advantage of these white women. Because they know they're not getting shit over on y'all. You came home after you from the casino? Nah, you wasn't in my good shoot that long. You was with that bitch Keisha.
And I always let those type of jokes slide, but when you said it and you weren't joking, that hurt me to my core. You will always say, you're so loud, you're so ghetto, blah, 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 blah. And I always let those things slide, Kees. I always let it slide. But when you said it to me and you weren't joking anymore, it really hurt my feelings. It really made me feel some type of way. And I should have never let you play with me like that. It hurts me realizing that every joke you ever made to me was the truth. And the truth behind this situation is sometimes black women can be unknowingly homophobic. And sometimes gay men can be unknowingly misogynistic. But no, you knew.
You got me fucked up. On Saturday, April 19th, Kees texted the group chat saying, hey, I'm gonna take a break from this chat for a while and take time to rethink this friendship. Y'all been saying the F-Slur too comfortable for my liking. And as a gay man, it doesn't sit right with me. You say you don't mean it in a homophobic way, but that's not possible. And it still makes me uncomfortable because as my best friends, you should never say a slur towards my community. The very least you could do is not say it around me. We've been friends for almost 5 years now, and both you know how homophobia has affected me tremendously on and offline, and I don't want to have to keep restating my boundaries because it hurts my feelings. I appreciate everything you two have done for me, especially in the last few months. Can't stress that enough, but you don't cross each other's boundaries the way I feel like you do mine, and I cannot address it. I also... Now reading this paragraph as a person who's watched this video is blowing me. I'll also still be posting the content we already have filmed from Atlanta because I'm not wasting it. And I'm not writing this because I feel like I have to explain myself, but in hopes that there's no confusion on why I'm distant. Thank you, have a great Easter. Nijhea responded with her paragraph. I'll put it on the screen if y'all want to read it. She already posted it. She feels comfortable with it being said. Now, when Kees texted this paragraph at 4:19 p.m., I was on a boat ride. I was with my friends. I was having fun. I was a little bit confused because I'm like, huh? Like at this point, maybe I seen the paragraph like 2 hours later. I was drunk, y'all. I don't really remember. But when I did see it, I made sure to text Nijhea. Okay, so at 5:28. So I basically seen this paragraph about an hour after he sent the original paragraph. But at this point, I was drunk. So I decided to text Nijhea and I said, I just seen Kees' text. I'm in a party. I'm kind of confused and I'm hurt by his point of view. But I don't know how to communicate without downplaying his feelings because he knows we literally never or ever be homophobic in a way that he wouldn't understand. Hold my thought with that. Yes, we make ignorant jokes, but so does he. And I have never once associated talking shit with homophobia. I'm just confused. I think his questioning of our friendship out of all things we've done about a couple comments is more than our statements because I always say to him, not like that. I don't know why I'm texting you. I just want to be cautious instead of responding because I am drunk and I'm in a party. I hope you understand. Because y'all, I texted Nijhea like this because girl, the last time I spoke to Nijhea like privately was clearly April 3rd when she sent me money. And I didn't want to downplay his feelings. Nijhea responded back to me saying, no, my feelings are hurt so bad. Because what do you mean you're rethinking our friendship? I'm glad you texted me because honestly, I see where he's coming from. His feelings are valid, but so are ours. The next day, before I went to church, I decided to respond to Kees because it was Easter Sunday. And I had said, I appreciate you being honest with us. I'm sorry that anything we've said made you feel disrespected because that was never my intention, especially after all the years we've been friends. I want to be real about how I'm feeling too. I didn't know you felt like this because this boundary wasn't something you'd clearly expressed to us before. That's not me trying to dismiss what you're saying, but your decision just caught me off guard. It hurts to feel like our friendship or the respect we have for you is being questioned based off something we didn't know was crossing the line. I've always seen this group chat as a safe space where we could joke, even if the jokes were hella ignorant, sexist, homophobic, racist, push limits without it being taken personally, because at the end of the day, we understand where each other's hearts were. So to compare me and Nijhea's respect for each other to yours feels unfair, but I understand now that intent does not always cancel out impact, so I respect your decision to take space. No response. So then I text Nijhea and I said, was my response good? And Nijhea said, yes, but I feel like he's not gonna respond and it's kind of bothering me. I said, which is so dismissive and shows the lack of care. She said, literally, my feelings are hurt as fuck. I've been asking all my friends if I'm wrong. And I said, he has never once told us I don't like that. So for him to come in the group chat as if this has not been a safe space for all types of ignorance, telling us our homophobia makes him question us out of all people is crazy. Be like, am I like bugging? Because how was I ever supposed to know boundaries that you never set? At the end of the day, this boy has given me the green flag. And let me really get into details about this because y'all not understanding when I say he's giving me the green flag. It's not, oh yeah, sister, you can say the word, I don't care. No, when I first met Kees, and this is my flaw, so I just want to take the time out to apologize to anybody in the gay community or anybody in the community who has felt offended by this word, because I promise you it is not a part of my regular day vocabulary or a part of my vocabulary when I'm referring or talking to my straight friends or when I'm around gay people. Like, I'm just so comfortable saying the word. Like, no, it's never been like that. I do not use this word outside of conversations with Kees, and it's not because of the fact that I see Kees as less or that I feel like I can be disrespectful with Kees. But at the end of the day, when you become friends with somebody and they ask you or they're testing your boundaries based off of the type of person you were, which this is where I fucked up. I always told Kees I was never comfortable using that word, and I remember he would always try to get me to say the F-Slur. Like, he would be like, sister, just say it, sister, just say it, and I would say no. And I feel like over the years of someone making it that clear that they're comfortable, I said it. And was I dead ass fucking wrong? Yes. Kees brought this situation up to make it seem like we were homophobic because he already had issues with us that would not be justified making a YouTube video about us or cutting us off.
Yeah, he said we ain't. So
don't mind me, I'm just getting off of work, but nothing is wrong with this video. She's just explaining a story. But ladies, we really do have to stop, like, even just even saying it. Like, you see how you can still hear it come out my mouth just a little bit. So I know it just coming out your mouth still just a little bit. We just have to stop. Even with the whole who gonna be the boys, calling boys sissy, like, y'all, that is really just another word for faggot. And I can say it, babe. I can say it. That's just another word for faggot. So please, ladies, like, please, we love y'all down. We don't want to go be against women. Like, we love women. But we have to stop doing, like, these terms that kind of weave around the word that is still the word.
First and foremost, Kees has accused both Nijhea and Rykky of using the F-Slur, a derogatory term for gay people. As a gay man himself, this was understandably a sensitive point for Kees. Now, this is where things get complicated. The F-Slur is absolutely unacceptable, and if they did use it, they deserve to be held accountable. But then Kees took things a step further. Kees decided to take this private conflict public by making a video and posting it on YouTube, and also sharing the story with the influencer Nate Clips. And if you know anything about Nate Clips, he's always down for the mess and everything like that. He aired out, meaning when I say he, I mean Kees, aired out Rykky and Nijhea's business to this third party, definitely adding fuel to the fire. And it does really beg the question, should Kees have aired out the private drama with a third party or not? But wait, there's more. Rykky revealed that Kees had some financial issues and there was some personal information that Kees revealed. And this is where things got messy. Apparently, when Kees went to visit Rykky for a 10-day stay, according to Rykky, she covered majority of the expenses because she knew that he was having money problems or money flow problems or something like that. In other words, she says he was broke. He also revealed private information about Nijhea's mother's mental health, and he owed Nijhea some money that he was slow to pay back. And they said they didn't really, both of them, Rykky and Nijhea, said they didn't really mind about him being slow to pay it back. They just wanted to make sure he was good, which that sounds like a good friend, making sure you're good. Okay, so we have a situation where personal finances and potentially sensitive family information are being dragged into a public feud. This raises some serious questions about boundaries and the ethics of online drama. So, what can we take away from all this? So, here's my take. First and foremost, I feel like if Nijhea and Rykky did use the F-Slur and it was a part of their everyday talking in this group chat, because they did say that in this group chat they were just very like, whatever goes. And I think they need to acknowledge that and apologise, which I have heard their apologies and watched both of their videos. There's no excuse for hate speech, regardless of the context. However, I do think there are lessons to be learned from this whole debacle. Kees airing out Rykky and Nijhea's dirty laundry seems a bit off to begin with and a bit uncalled for. From a personal standpoint, if I was in Rykky's shoes, constantly footing the bill for a guest, I would be a bit frustrated, and I can understand how that can get frustrating very quickly, and that's just the reality of friendship sometimes. And then the Jamaica comment, there's also a point where Nijhea and Rykky are suggesting Jamaica for Nijhea's birthday, but then Rykky says that that might not be the safest place for Kees since he's a gay man to visit. And some people have interpreted this as homophobic, and I understand why people may see it that way at first glance, but as someone from the Caribbean and that has Caribbean heritage, I'm going to say it's more nuanced than that. The reality is that LGBT individuals, especially visibly queer individuals, can face discrimination and even danger in certain parts of the Caribbean. And it's not being homophobic, it's just acknowledging a difficult reality and wanting to warn a friend. Ultimately, these situations highlight the dangers of online drama and the importance of setting boundaries, both personal, financial, and in between. So, what do you guys think? Who would you side with in this messy situation? To be fair, I don't think there is any sides that are completely absolved of any guilt. I think they all have guilt to bear on their shoulders. I don't side personally with anyone. But let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more commentary on internet drama. And remember, keep it classy. I will speak to you guys later in the next video. Bye, guys.